The Summer Game Fest brought some interesting news for Star Trek fans. We're getting an officially licensed Star Trek strategy title. Not only that, it's going to be a 4X title. If you know what 4X is, it is Expand, Exploit, Exterminate, and Explore. I always say those in a different order every time I say it. Well, we have one coming for Star Trek, actually set in the time frame of the next generation, Jean-Luc Picard commanding the flagship, the Enterprise. Yeah, it's on the way, and I'm a little worried, I'm a little excited, and I'm curious what you guys think. So let's talk about what's on the way. Star Trek Infinite has been announced at the Summer Games Fest, is on the way, and it's being developed by, and a lot of people think it's Paradox, but it's not. It's actually being developed by the Argentina-based developer Nimble Giant Entertainment, known for classics like the Master of Orion reboot. Okay, I mean, that's the most applicable to this game. Also, Adventure Time as an officially licensed title. Yeah, there's not a lot on the list of games that they've developed that really jimmy my jams that fit with the strategy genre. And as I started diving into the official images that have been released for this, I started to get a bit concerned because it's not Paradox making it, yet it looks like Stellaris. And I don't mean inspired by, I don't mean maybe they're really taking some cues from the biggest 4X game that's been out since, for the last 5 years. No, I mean it is Stellaris. Like, look at these UI elements. From all of your resource management tools in the top left to how the colony progress bar works or the contacts list, even the music player is in the exact same place. It is no secret that this is obviously Stellaris, the engine that's been reskinned to be Star Trek. Now, I'm not coming down hard on the idea that doing a reskin couldn't work and couldn't be fun. I mean, I've already spotlighted literally this month a title that is literally just that, Age of Empires 2 reskinned into Star Wars, and it became a great, fun little RTS title that is still being modded by the community today. The question, though, is, it's Stellaris. Like, how much of a change can they make into an already fairly large sandbox title to turn it into a fun Star Trek game? Stellaris already has a lot of elements that you can play right now that are very similar to Star Trek, not to mention the modding community who's already created a number of Star Trek-inspired mods to allow you to play a game that exists with years and years of expansion packs already built into the mechanics of it. Just looking through the gameplay trailer that we're watching right now, that is the exploration and scanning mechanics. Those are the first contact mechanics. That is Hearts of Iron, 4's research tree? And then space stations and fleet combat that we've seen in Stellaris for years and years and years. And I personally, while I have a love for Stellaris and the stories that have come out of it, it's very hard for me to go back to it because we've been playing that same gameplay over and over and over again. I don't find the fleet mechanics all that engaging. So the idea of a reskinned version of that I can pretty much play right now, that's not super thrilling. Like, look at this. This all very much screams to me this is Stellaris with a reskin. Is that enough to make a whole game? And what can they do differently? They're focusing on 4 factions, right? The Romulans, the Klingons, the Cardassians, right, and the Federation. And there may be some fun to be had there in giving them unique gameplay focuses or mechanics. And then we already know they're gonna have other factions into the game, but you're not gonna be able to play those. The turnaround time on this is really quick. They're talking about having this released sometime this year. So is this a cheap cash grab that is just a poor reskin and imitator of Stellaris, where you can already make these factions in Stellaris, even with the default, stuff, using some quick mods to add in the various starships for it, some fun mechanics that make them play differently. And then what's up with the replayability? If we only have 4 factions that already exist, and we're talking about having, fights in the Alpha Quadrant is obviously the focus of this game, are we gonna have a single solid map, or are they gonna let us generate maps and have our own stories? With the time period they've chosen too, notice what's missing? The Dominion is missing. Are we thinking this is gonna be another title that they're gonna slam us with DLC, so we're not gonna get the Dominion until later? Because if it's next generation, that plays right into the Dominion War. Talk about a faction to be missing. We already know that the Borg have been mentioned, but they've only been mentioned in the trailer. They're not a playable faction as shown as the first 4. So what does that mean? Are they an in-game scenario that we're going to have to deal with? I'm a little worried that they're gonna piecemeal this out so that, oh, did you want the Dominion? Did you want to have, playable Borg? Well, that's all gonna be DLC. I wouldn't put it past them, at least not Paradox. I'm curious what you guys think, though. Like, looking over these screenshots, you can see fleet control. You can see the same asteroid belts and solar system setups. Everything looks like it's literally taken right out of Stellaris. How do you feel about that? And where the game sits. Are you excited? Are you going to wait for the release and see what the reviews are like? I'm going to pick it up, obviously, being a YouTuber, and I'm going to talk about it. We'll see where it stands. Hopefully, it's something really fun. If not, I'd recommend don't pre-order it. Wait until the reviews come out. I look forward to reading your guys' comments. We'll see what happens. It's not every day we get an officially licensed Star Trek title. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoy a lot of sci-fi gaming and modding goodness, then you guys know what to do. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, everybody.
3152.4. Our fleet is cautiously entering hostile territory.